today. From NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Houston Texans taking on the Denver Broncos.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And that flag accepted. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. That was off kilter. Offense up front, everyone was just kind of out of sync.
Well, from my perspective, that certainly looked like the defense just destroyed that play, absolutely just took it over.
All right, so I'm going to revamp what I said. The defense was in sync. How about that?
Oh, I like that one.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stroud out of the gun here. To Mixon on the check down. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Riley Moss. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, short of them returning it for a pick 6, that was about the worst start you could ask for in this one, because your advantage of getting the ball first is gone, and they're set up a short distance from your end zone. Now you're counting on your defense to prevent a touchdown, and your offense, you better be ready to come out swinging on the next series.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Williams is into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard charging run, give it right back to him and let him cap things off.
Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception, but not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Stroud. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. And Stroud now to throw. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Second and 10. Stroud will look to throw once more. On a slant, here's Collins. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Nick Bonito coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Here's Stroud. Going deep for Diggs. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards. And that seemed to me to be all about trusting your receiver.
No doubt about it, because when he put that ball in the air, I will guarantee you everyone who's watching this game right now thought that's up for grabs. But this is a lot of practice time. As you mentioned, a ton of trust, and he knows how good his guy is. So to him, it wasn't up for grabs. To him, it was a big play waiting to happen.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Stroud to throw it. And he's got it. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
18 Cardinal.
Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play, and they actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Nix. That ball caught by his rookie wideout. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Here's Nix. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
3rd and 8. To throw is Nix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line.
Now it's Nix. Open man downfield is Reynolds.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Broncos.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. He's going to try and take off with it.
6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 9-yard line.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Williams. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix.
This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton from 8 yards out, and the Broncos have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Cody Barton there to bring him down. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Throwing now is Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Inside handoff to Mixon.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Back to throw. Stroud.
This one taken in by Stover.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. On second down, here's Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from drawing level. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
To throw, here's Nix.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sutton. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Nix to the air.
Open man, and again it's Sutton.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunky yardage picked up there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 38.
In motion left goes Reynolds. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, part of why that play works is because the defense has to freeze because they don't know whether he's going to hand it off or keep it himself. And this time, how about that sleight of hand there? Gives it to his wideout. And that indecision defensively, boy, it hurt him in a big way.
On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nix from the shotgun. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. What did you see on that one? Rookie mistake or just good defense?
It was a combo plate, but the rookie quarterback, he'll take it all on his shoulders, and the frustration level is evident. You can see it with him. You know, if that's a veteran quarterback, he walks off like he just threw a touchdown pass because he doesn't want to show that to the defense. The young guys, they take it more to heart. It's on their sleeve a little bit. He'll learn as he goes along how to hide his emotions.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Now 2nd and 3.
Diggs in motion left.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep and a run up the middle with Mixon.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw. Stroud.
That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
He's up to 70 yards now in this first half receiving as he's got a first down. Back to throw. Stroud.
Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it.
A huge play there for Houston. 48 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Dalton Schultz. A 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Texans have taken the lead.
Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And it was the tight end Dalton Schultz on the touchdown reception to cap the drive.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense now set to go. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone that looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. Nix on first down. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Nix. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 42. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
But he's turning in a nice performance. Remember, he had the touchdown earlier, and this time he's able to beat double coverage to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2's not going to be enough. You better get some more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix.
Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Working out of the gun is Nix. Over the middle, he finds Vele.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off the draw, here's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Looking to throw. Nix.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game's slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Stroud. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On first down, here's Stroud. This one left side caught by Collins. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Here goes Stroud again. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Nick Bonito. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Third and 4. Stroud working out of the gun. He's got his target. That's complete. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick. A good pickup, but it will come on what should be the final play in this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, BG, thanks very much. And welcome one and all to our beautiful new downtown Orlando studios for this EA Sports Halftime Report. It was Joe Mixon who had it working in the first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway.
And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback.
Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter. We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Throwing the incomplete pass. Here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Broncos.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw. Nix. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Operating from the gun. Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A nice chunk play from the tight end position, and it illustrates the cohesiveness that he and his quarterback have. Both saw the extra defender doubling him up, and they still combined for the completion and big gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Operating from the gun. Nix. And a quick throw here that's complete. So now a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, it's Williams. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
Looking to throw. Nix. That is caught by Vele. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 12-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Nix. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Texans' 6-yard line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Operating from the gun. Nix. Touchdown. Cortland Sutton. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. A 10-play drive that time.
And Cortland Sutton able to finish things off with the touchdown reception.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. In motion right, that's Collins. Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
He's got his man. That's down.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first.
How about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
First and 10, it's Stroud.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Stroud sets up the play action.
That's going to be caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
That time a 6-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown by Stephon Diggs. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. Back to throw. Nix. This pass complete to Reynolds. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A huge play there for Denver. 59 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Looking to throw. Nix. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Second and 10. Thanks for tagging along with us here from Houston, Texas. Operating from the gun. Nix. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Back to the air with Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Josh Reynolds, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Broncos are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Had 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. He's got it. This thing's turning a bit wild here. We're tied at 28. A drive that time of 6 plays, and it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Houston's offense taking over again, and their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
From the 29, here's the 2nd down and 9. Stroud. He's got this complete to Stover, the tight end.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. He's got his man. It's Dell with it. And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Ready, set.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd and 7.
Mixing up the middle. Oh, he shifts past him. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. Open man is Diggs. He's got him.
And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 35. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
Stroud to the air on 1st and 10. Another target for Stephon Diggs, and he brings it in.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Stroud. Touchdown, Texans. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Texans answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. For the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Nix to throw on 1st down. Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich. From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. Throwing Nix, and that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
He's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The offense on 3rd down, they haven't been stopped yet. A perfect 7 for 7. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a 1st down here.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Here's Nix once more. Short throw caught by Dulcich. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Nix. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another first down. A big completion there against double coverage. And, Charles, one of those guys had a pick on him earlier.
Yeah, so he didn't allow that to deter him at all, did he? In fact, it probably was a challenge. Okay, you got to pick me for? It's my turn now to make the big play, and that's exactly what he did.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. Henry To'o there on the tackle.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. To throw is Nix. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Here's Nix. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Marvin Mims from 8 yards out. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, what, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. That time a 9-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Mixon gets the nod to start the drive, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Stroud. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. "44-yard punt, return of 9. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Nix now on 1st and 10. Slant pass. He's got Reynolds. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Nix. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Throwing again. Nix. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 35.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
Here's 1st and 10. Oh, the option to give to Williams here.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
We often give credit to the O-line. There, two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Now 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Williams will score. Touchdown, Broncos.
And this is the time of game where offensive lines can really dictate a team's fortunes. It's been a tough battle. They've been out there for a long time. But this was a question of who can wear down who. And that's excellent work to put a long drive together and finish it with a touchdown run to take the lead.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all.
And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. So Stroud and the Texans
Down by 7. 1:16 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Stroud.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, they've talked about big plays, sacks. They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Here's Stroud. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick 6.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense,
They wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead now up to 14. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. And time, a huge factor. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Now Stroud.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.